can Apple recover quicker than other parts of the tech complex?
I think Apple is well positioned for a good recovery. I think that the issues in the December quarter have been well telegraphed, making the report for the December quarter almost a throwaway. I think that what is going to be important is how much of the demand that they weren't able to meet because of supply interruptions for the Pro and the Pro Max is simply deferred into the March quarter. And I think there's reason for optimism there. First is, our survey work would suggest that the consumer interest in those high-end phones was very strong. And I believe that held up through the holiday season. And then I think the production is coming back online for Apple. So you weren't able to buy the Pro and the Pro Max on Thanksgiving and get it in time for Christmas. But you can order one now and get it in early January. So I think the production hiccups are correcting. And I think the consumer demand is there. And I think that's a good backdrop that's going to be a source of improvement for Apple over the course of the year.
So Barton, if you take a look at the sweet spot for many of these retailers, when they launch products like Apple does in the early fall, the idea is to capitalize on the most consumer traffic that you can get for the holiday season. Is there a point, and you've obviously looked at this because you still got a buy rating, but is there a point at which consumers may say that the window has passed and they say, maybe I'll just wait for the iPhone 15 or whatever the hypothetical new model is if I just wait 4, 5, 6 months?
Look, I think that we'll sort out, what happened to consumer demand in the coming days and weeks. And I don't think, we have a clear picture of that today. But I think the indications are that people want these phones. So the question is, how quickly do they come back? And I think that the correction of Apple's supply chain, the strong interest in these devices, and these are not, just holiday, Christmas presents. I think the number one purchase is for utility. You need it for yourself. You need it for someone in your family. So that demand, I think, was sticky through the holiday season. And I think the buttons that Apple's been able to touch are resonating, through before and after the holidays. So I think that the setup is that when they can get it, people will be buying it. And I think we'll see strong demand. And I think the market will like that.
Well, Apple might be under pressure, down 1.5% this morning, but the Dow has just turned positive again, up about 0.25% or 86 points right now. We're talking about iPhones and devices, but the services part of the equation, I want to get your thoughts on that, especially given the fact that Apple now has to allow outside app stores in that overhaul in the European Union right now. I realize it's just in that market for the time being, but this is such a profitable piece of the puzzle for Apple. Is there a real risk here that you could see similar types of legislation and regulatory changes come to the U.S. and other major markets for the company?
Look, there's a lot of scrutiny in Capitol Hill. I think it's difficult to carve a consensus in this country that is meaningfully disruptive to Apple's business. Politically, it's difficult to handcuff a company that so many of your constituents love what they get from this company. I think that the App Store regulations in Europe, if we look at the example of Android, people go to the dominant App Store. These, side-loading app stores, that may be allowed, tend not to be very popular. The Apple tends to have a very good kind of lock on that business. There's a lot of people who think that that's unfair. The levers that Apple, can pull to maintain their position are unfair. But the law in this country is on their side. And until there's new legislation, they're going to remain dominant in app.
All right. Barton, Crockett with Apple shares trading at about 22 times forward earnings. We appreciate it. Have a happy New Year, Barton.
Great. Thank you. Same to you.